Hey guys, this is Ace Vapor here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the new box mod that I got that I've been playing around with for a couple weeks, done a few reviews with it. But this is the Helga, and it is from Mad Scientist Mods. You can find them on Facebook, and they do some wonderful box mods. This one, like I said, is called the Helga. They etched the design in there, and then they're all individually numbered. So this is number 51. And really nice. And I'll start by showing you the inside of it. It's a really clear and clean box, really nice to use. I do have some black wraps on the batteries. I think it makes for a cool look in the box, but got those from grvape.com. And it's really nice to rewrap your batteries because you want to take care of your batteries. And when the wrapping starts to come off, it's definitely time to change them out. The interesting thing about this box, I'll get to it right away, is that it is a variable voltage. There is no wattage adjustment on this. And so right here it's got a toggle switch. You can see the battery life, 8.03. Typically when my batteries are fully charged, they're right around 8.5. And then when you switch the toggle again, you can see 4.6, and that is what the voltage is. Now, of course, everybody says, well, how am I supposed to know what kind of wattage I'm doing? Really simple. Well, not that simple, but it's simple. What you do is you take your voltage, 4.6, multiply it by 4.6, and then divide it by what your resistance is. My plume veil that I have on top here is set at zero point 0.3 ohms. You can see it's a nice little pretty dual twisted coil, um, but it's set at zero point 0.3 ohms. So you take your voltage, 4.6 times 4.6 divided by zero point 0.3, that gives you 70 watts. So that's what I am at right now. This will go up to 120 watts, and it has a little switch on the side, and it's just 0% to 100% power. And I am a little bit over 50 on the power. So, and I'll give you a nice little close up because the finish on the box is pretty cool. But it's magnets. Stays really well. 4 magnets on the front. It does rattle a little bit once in a while, which does kind of bug me sometimes because you think it's going to come off, but it never does. It stays on, super good. But it does kind of make me nervous once in a while. The firing button on the side, it's really nice fire button. It's my favorite. You'll find them on quite a few boxes. I have my Sigelli 100 watt right here. Pretty much the same firing button that they both have. And it's a solid beast of a box. I mean, I vape it quite a bit. I still use my Sigelli quite a bit as well, but this I use more when I'm at home because I can turn it up and really crank out some clouds. So I typically will vape this at home, and then when I'm out on the road or at work or whatever, I'll have my Sigelli with me because it's a little smaller, as you can see, a little smaller, a little easier to keep on you. This is a little bigger, so I keep this at home. Plus, I use matched batteries now. These batteries here, I bought at the same time, charged them the same, use them the same, and they only go in this box. And then I have a set of matched batteries that I bought at the same time, that I power up at the same time, charge them at the same time, and they only go in this. And it's just one more way to protect your boxes. Now that there's 100 watt, 120, 180, and there's even a 240 coming out next month. Which, by the way, I don't know anybody that needs 240 watts, but that's just me. And I say that, and I'll probably end up getting one down the road because that's what I do. But this thing is a beast, and let's see if I can find some juice to throw in it. Trying to decide what I'm in the mood for. Actually, we'll throw this in. I'm going to do a review on this juice next, so I might as well throw it in there. But you'll see that, 70 watts, really, really good flavor at that kind of a wattage. We'll see how it chucks the vape. So really, really dense clouds and just phenomenal flavor. I mean, granted, the twisted coils do add to that flavor, but it really brings out all the little different flavor notes that you're going to find in a juice, which is something that I enjoy. So it's a really nice mod. It's not cheap. I will tell you, this kind of construction made in the USA. Each one of them's handmade. It's 220 bucks. I bought it at grvape.com, and they brought two of them in just to try them out. And so I picked one up and given them my report on it, just like I'm giving it to you guys. So overall, it's a really, really nice box. I like it. I got big hands, so I like having a bigger box. The Sigeli, it's much, much smaller. I mean, so it depends on what you want. I like, a bigger mod. I mean, it's a beast of a mod, and it chucks well, and the battery life is really good. I mean, I'll go pretty much all day. I brought it to work with me, and I've gone 18 hours without having to change the batteries. And I chain vape, so after about 18 hours, it's time to throw a new fresh battery in. So then I'll switch to my Sigeli, charge these, because I keep them matched batteries. Very, very important to do. So it's really, really neat. And if you pick something up like this that is a variable voltage, and you're having problems figuring out what it is, just look up Ohm's law. This is not something I made up. Ohm's law, that's where you'll figure out what your wattage is. But it's really simple. It's just the voltage squared, voltage times the voltage, divided by the resistance. So, you can figure it out for whatever coil you build and whatever voltage that you're at. This box does recommend not going below 0.3 ohms. And again, that's fine for me because I'm more of a flavor person than a cloud chaser. And even at 0.3, at 120 watts with a 0.3 resistance, you're going to chuck some crazy, crazy vapor. I don't do it very often, but since you asked, we'll throw some in, and I'll turn it up to 120 watts. And it does get a little warm at 120 watts. And it doesn't really produce a whole lot more clouds, but they're a lot denser. They'll definitely, they're thicker and denser, not so much more of it. So let's try it at 120 watts, see how I do. And I am not a cloud chaser, and I'm sure there's quite a few people out there that could do a better job than me at that, but as you can see, it's still hanging in the air, and it works really, really well. So that's the new box mod. Again, it's the Helga by Mad Scientist Mods. Get my fingers out of the way. So check it out on Facebook and order one up. And they do make a really, really cool orange one, which is something that I want. But until next time, this is Ace Vapor saying, love what you vape.